Hi, it's Miss Maureen again, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to use the vowel slide chart to work on beginning and ending sounds for speech production. So there are lots of different sounds that kids work on, trying to get their speech to sound more clear so that people can understand them. And usually when we start out working on a new sound, we make the sound all by itself and make sure that the student can say that sound successfully without any other sounds around it. For instance, we might be working on the sh sound. And so we want to make sure that the student can produce sh all by itself and do that a lot of times in a row before we move on to getting them to pair that with other sounds. Once they're able to produce that sound by itself, then we're going to put it into a syllable. And that's where the vowel slide charts come in. I use two different vowel slide charts. A, E, I, O, and U are the vowels, and each of these letters has two different sounds. So we have the short sound, the A, E, I, and we have the long sound when the letter says its own name, A, E, I, O, U. We can have a syllable that starts out with our practice sound and ends in the vowel, or we can have a syllable that starts with the vowel and ends with our target sound. Most of the time, we start working on the sound at the beginning because it's usually easier for the student to get their mouth ready for that hard sound they're working on and then do something new afterwards. It's a lot harder to come from another sound and work it into the sound that is very hard for them. The reason that we have the lines here is we want them to make that sound, especially if it's a sound that can continue all the way from the time that they produce the sound until they get to the vowel. And they can use their finger to slide along that line from their target sound to their vowel. So again, let's pretend we're working on the sh sound. After we've got them making the sh by itself, we want them to make the shay, she, shy, show, shoe, and with the short vowels, sha, she, shi, sha, sha. After they've mastered it at that level, we might go on to words. So having pictures or the printed word for them to be practicing that as well. We can even put a picture that starts with that in a whole word right over here so that they can remember that that word is starting with the sound and then it's going to that. So if we had a picture of a shoe, we could say shoe. So it gets the idea that we're starting here and we're going to continue it until the rest of the word. After kids have mastered, at least at the syllable level, if not at the word level, the sound starting the word, we're going to then work on the sound at the end of the word. So we're going to do it just in reverse. So here, we're going to start with the vowel and then make the sound at the end. A, sh, e, sh, I, sh, o, sh, oo, sh, or ash, esh, ish, ash, ush. Again, working on the sound to make sure they have it all by itself first, and then putting it into the syllable. I hope that makes sense, and feel free to give me a call if you have any questions.